Goodness. What is up, y'all? It is me, guaranteed. What you into? What you know? How you been? I hope the TV's not too loud. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on, you all. I didn't get a pen or a notebook so that way I can write you all down in order. Hey, Tiara. Sorry, y'all. I got caught up in this movie. Hold on. Let me get a paper and notepad so I can write you all down in the order that you come so we don't lose track. Makes it easier. Okay, I'm back up in this thing. Eyes back. Okay. So, Tiara was first. Well, with the pen away. Tiara and then Janice. What's going on, y'all? What up, Niche? Nisha. You all just keep coming in and then I'll just keep writing everybody down. That way we don't skip anybody. Dang it, I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I apologize up front because I didn't put it on Do Not Disturb. So it's, you'll hear it dinging and ringing or whatever. I miss y'all. I'm trying to figure out who I'm reintroducing to the world. It's what it feels like. I don't know. I found a safe space in a small space and then I'm trying to figure out how to branch back out again. So it's been difficult for me. Okay. Just pulling out the cards that I'm going to be fooling with. Kenyatta, you're fourth. I haven't pulled cards yet. I'm dating one awkward. You all are nuts. Okay. So we had Tiara come in first. Tiara, we're pulling from the Wild and Unknown Animal Spirit. If you all know me, y'all know this is one of my most favorite decks because it really chops you up in a page, honey. It don't even take them more than a little page to run you down. They'll tell all your business in this one little page. That's all it takes, one page. Oh, we got Kai. So I love this deck. Plus, it gives you ways to balance yourself out. So it'll tell you where you're lacking, and then it'll tell you how to pick it up. So that's one of my favorites. Let's get some water before I start reading and talking. All right, so we're pulling cards for, as you all can see, we're going in the order that you are so silly. Now read me down. Y'all so silly. We're going in the order that you all jumped in the live. So I have Tiara, and then Janice, and then Nisha, Kenyatta, and then Kai. So I'm just now starting. Just got on here, y'all see that. You got the octopus. And you got the snake. You got the octopus and the snake. Hope you can see these pretty decently. Y'all know I'm still working on how to do all this lighting and whatnot. That's not my thing yet. Phoenix looked like it wanted to come out for you, but it didn't jump. Still looking like it wants to come out for you, but it didn't jump. That's funny because the cheetah jumped for you and the panther. Cheetah jumped for you. This is the cheetah, but it jumped out for you in the reverse. And then you also got the panther. Looks like you see love everywhere you go, even though you keep feeling like you're surrounded in a cloud of mess.
What we say?
The white spots on this card look like to me that it's raining on this panther all the time, and you just keep trying to see the good in everything.
Refuse to hear us.
Somebody's willing to give you... They said you pick which one, but one of these are coming in the reverse. You pick which one you want in the reverse, Tiara, the cheetah or the panther. Your grandma's saying if I was you, I'd take the cheetah in the reverse. Somebody else is asking you to go opposite the panther. You have grandparents that are passed. They're not a set. It's not a set. It's like a grandfather from this side and a grandmother from this side. But they still show up focused on you. But they're not a pair. They don't show up like they died married or even that they dated or have anything romantic. He's saying choose one. She's saying choose the other. But whatever works for you, just let me know. Oh, hold on. Trey. Trey Robinson. The cheetah in the reverse. Okay, here we go. Looks like if you're willing to open up a little bit, you kind of get what you want. You got the oyster, which looking like you want to open up to something, but scared to see. It's not that you're scared to see what people have to offer. It's almost being scared to see if what you're giving out is going to be received properly. But if you're scared to receive it, then I probably wouldn't offer it to anybody else. Remember, when you all get scared on yourselves, if it's a product that you want to sell, or if it's you that you're a new you that you're putting out there, a you that's not holding on to all this past baggage or scary things or fearful things, a you that's willing to wear colors and this and that, but you only wear these crazy bright colors when you're out with certain friends, or only if you're going out of town, or if you're around people that you don't know, you try new looks or something of the such. If you're not willing to present it to the people that you say that you know and you love and you care about them and they care about you just the same, I wouldn't present it either. It's going to be hard to get something. You're going to always look and feel closed off because you're scared to share the real you. You're only sharing little parts of it. And that seems like cheating. Remember, just because you're not in a romantic relationship, i.e. sleeping with someone, doesn't mean you can't be cheating on them. And cheating is lying. In any aspect of the relationship, that's you cheated on me because you lied about this. And you know what I mean? You cheated. That was a whole nother you lying to this me. So don't cheat on the people that you love. Don't lie to them and keep parts of yourself hidden, like these crazy hidden talents and jewels that you have. When people are like, bitch, I didn't know you DJ. You be like, girl, yeah, I used to DJ at my cousin's parties and stuff back in the day, make together a little playlist and this and that. It ain't never been a thing. Bitch, it is a thing because, like, fuck you mean? Like, I know, like, this is not even that it's a side hustle. It could be something that somebody wants to promote that you didn't even realize you was that good at. It's like, damn, I've just been dibbling dabbling. And not realizing that it comes to you as a natural talent, but you've been shunning away on it, keeping it hidden from everybody, not willing to be like, oh, you know what? That's me. I do that. But you'll sit back and watch somebody else do it or pay somebody else to do it for you. It's weird. Okay, here we go. You got the octopus first. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. The octopus. Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderful, perceptive mind paired with a lot of healthy boundaries. With a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus intertwines itself in other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that that's what it means to be close. So if you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of the octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient, firm, and it may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, and lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself, or talk therapy. Yeah, because it just looks like a person that is wrapped around every single idea that they have. And sometimes it's hard to bring your ideas to life and like share what you're passionate about, like what the vision that you're trying to make grow. That's your crown chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, and third eye chakra, and wrapped up in this snake. And it's you not fully shedding that old life. So whether you've changed on the outside but forgot to change up here, like I was that person. I was a person that was out of an abusive relationship for 3, 4, maybe 5 years. And then, but I was just out of it in the physical. Mentally, I was still there, shell shocked in every little aspect of life, and it kind of sucks. But sometimes when you don't let go, and they're saying when you have your hands in too many other people's business, well, you know, I had to help so-and-so. Like, girl, did you hear about? No. It's like you can't help everybody if you can't help you. That's giving CPR to 5 people at one time, and that's just giving everybody one breath, so you ultimately kill everybody because nobody gets enough attention to catch the breath. That's not how you give CPR. It's consistent, and you help them breathe. You're literally pumping. It's a repetitive method. It's not 1 or 2 pumps here and then 1 or 2 pumps to the next person and 1 or 2 pumps and I got to come back to you. No. And with that, you're still literally suffocated in water. So you can't help everybody otherwise everybody's going to be hanging on all of these tentacles that you got, and it's going to be more so weighing you down. Whether that's mentally, emotionally, financially. That kind of sucks. So it's asking you essentially to start saying no. Like it's not even, look at it in lack of time, and in space of like time. Like I don't have time to hang out. And I said this before, and I know you're kind of new to my lives, but you all need to set times. It doesn't mean that you won't go out for you. It just means that you're not willing to go outside of the house and run errands for someone else. So it's like, oh, don't call me after 8 o'clock. Girl, you know I'm not going nowhere after 8 o'clock. Especially if they made you a last minute thought. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Ooh, do you want to go here with me? When? Now? No. Unless you're absolutely willing to go, no. Don't make me an afterthought. You knew you would be hungry or that you didn't plan on eating until so-and-so. You had a thought to go somewhere already. And some things are sporadic. But you need to start saying, no, I don't come back out of the house after 7:30 or 8 o'clock on a school night. You know, on a work day. I won't do that to myself because I'm not trying to get in, rush in. I got to still that. No. I plan to be back here when I'm off work by me and the kids or me and whoever can be in the house at this time. So it's setting up boundaries. No, I don't let people who ain't paid me back still borrow money. I don't give people that I can't ask for rides to work or to the club or to the mall. Don't make you less of a friend. That just means that you're meeting them where they meet you in the friendship. You don't have a car and you're not willing to pay for lifts. So I know you're not willing to pay for lifts because you won't pay to get you anywhere. You keep asking me for a ride. So since I can't ask you for one, my answer to you is no. 1 or 2 times is cool. You're riding with me continuously. Gas money it will never be enough. I can't get my time back for still running your errands. So no, it's not rude. It's just no. You got the snake.
More than 2 hours behind us before Daddy said those words.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
And I knew we would. Especially with Kate going down for setting the fire.
Says the snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. That's what I said. You're just holding on to every dream that you got. Guarding it with your life, which is awesome. But if you focus a little more on you, it'd be a lot easier to bring it to life. be hella easier to bring it to life. But I mean, we'll see. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, or our creative life force, lies dormant in the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it is well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke up? How can you stir it up from a slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. That's what I told you. Keep telling these people that you don't have time to give them yours. You need to start setting up some, no. The thing of it is that when you set up boundaries, like for people who call you all the time, she's going to mess around and call me to see if I can do, like when you set up those boundaries and you say no those first 2 or 3 times, you'll start to realize that like when you catch up with them a day or 2 later, they'll probably be pissed at you. We don't care. But when you end up asking them, hey girl, what happened with your so-and-so? She'd be like, oh yeah, so-and-so took me. You know what I'm saying? So-and-so took me, my cousin took me, whatever. And then now, bitch, you got cousins that could have took you. So now I know me and your cousin is on the roster sheet. So I won't keep going because I done it 100 times and cuz ain't done it once. So I'm going to let her catch up to me for a little while. Once you say no, they don't have a choice but to start calling other people in their support system. But they just want to keep banking on the person who says yes, which means that everything that you want to do is shut down. Because normally if they in your car, they in your house, or they in your face, they telling you they goddamn problems. Even when you start to tell your problems, they start to tell they goddamn problems. So nothing that you ever want to do, say, be, think, feel ever gets out. It's held on to. It says when in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops very many things to bring into balance. Kundalini yoga and meditation. Oh shoot, I forgot to write y'all down. Shell. Okay. Hey y'all. You chose your cheetah to be in the reverse. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. Remember, you chose this in the reverse. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar force at work. The sun does not shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. Makes sense that you chose it to be in the reverse since you're not sharing who or what you want. Since you're wrapped around your dream, your whatever it is that you want. Since you're so wrapped tight around it and not spreading it out, it makes sense that your cheetah would be in the reverse. Okay. It says the energy within the cheetah's personalities is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are best fuel for a cheetah's outward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you begin to start running again. When in balance, achieves anything and has boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient and overly competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to what you said your purpose was. You got the Panther and the upright, which is good, especially if you're trying to step out of this octopus energy where you feel like you got your hands in so many pots that you can't focus on what it is that you want to expend to the world. This Panther, I like this. This is where you should be. Annihilation of the unnecessary, purging, which means that we're setting up boundaries and we're letting go of people, places, and things that cannot, will not, have never helped us. And that's on every level. So it's time to start letting go of things. And that I would say start with a deep cleansing of the clutter in your house. not even so much as rearranging things, decluttering things. Get from up underneath the couches. I know a lot of people don't do that. Or vacuum up underneath the couch, or clean from up underneath your bed, or out the closets. Donate stuff to Goodwill's. Like letting go of a lot of things. That's one thing that people really need to do. Not hold on to shit that you know you are never going to use again. Throw that shit away. A cluttered space is a cluttered up here. The more clutter you see, the more shit you just take on. Your mind becomes the catch-all, like your countertop. Your body becomes that catch-all, like the little corner table by the door. It really does. Don't do that to yourself. Hey, Sam. Okay, here we go. It says, the Panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnated. Instead, it pounces onto our lives and causes all kind of havoc with the ultimate intention of bringing us towards more fulfilling lives. It is unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating, but after all the dust clears, it is easy to see that the Panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences. They've made us better people. Trust that the Panther's journey will always lead to a brighter place. When in balance, brave and productive. When out of balance, self-destructive. To bring into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. That's everything. That's getting rid of everything. Clothes that your kids can't fit, that's everything. Crowning your reading, you got the oyster. It says patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures, which sounds just like the snake, which sounds just like the cheetah in the reverse. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything the oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is the oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful and this leads to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. Sorry, I couldn't hold on to this snake card. That's what the snake was doing, holding on to everything that they really wanted to share. When the oyster card appears, it is important to reveal your inner treasures. What have you been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, Lord, I cannot read today, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, and feels clammy, like you clam up. To bring into balance, share something. The thing of it is that I know this octopus card said not to be running your mouth and whatever about yourself and telling everybody your business, but when somebody is asking you to share something, they don't mean like fake ass girl, like gossip. That gossip isn't sharing. Gossip is some bullshit. If you're gonna share something real. Otherwise, what are you talking for? You got a lot of boundaries and a lot of no's to start catching up to. I know you feel like you've done that, but the thing of it is that most of you all, when you do it with the easiest people. It's like you cut off people that you wanted to stop being friends with anyway. That doesn't count. It's taking it's like, oh, I quit doing this. If you quit doing it for certain people, then you didn't quit doing it. You quit doing it for certain people. But if it's something that you don't do, then it's something that you don't do. Like, I would never lend somebody $200 that is not family. Well, I've known this girl. No. If you said that friends and money don't mix, then you stand on what you say. This tiger energy is the ultimate feminine force in the deck. Like, she exudes feminine energy. So if you are who you say you are, then stand on that. The rules don't change because the people change. You change when the people change. You got boundaries to set, Tiara, like a lot of them. I would get to working on that. Like, make a list of the things that you think people keep calling you for, and then say, hey, these are the only things that I'm willing to do for these people, or these things are things that I never want to do again for anybody else. I no longer lend out money. I no longer babysit kids. I no longer XYZ, because when I'm in that pinch, nobody comes through. You know, I got my mom, I got my so-and-so, I got my this, whatever. But no, if you can't call those people, then those people need to leave your list. Certain people, that's why I keep telling y'all be thinking that y'all got friends. Y'all got homegirls and homeboys. A homegirl or a homeboy is somebody that you know, probably from your around the way from your home. Maybe you went to school with them, and so y'all have that 3 to 4 year connection from elementary or middle or high school, whatever, what have you. But y'all don't really know these people. Like, you wouldn't tell them that you probably helped somebody had a body back in '09. You wouldn't tell these niggas that. So they're not your friend. They're a homegirl or a homeboy. Somebody that you see in public, you might, what up, give them a little peace saying, hey, we should hang out, let's do lunch. Basic surface shit. That's a homegirl. That's a homeboy. That's what y'all be having. Y'all be having those and then calling them friends and then wonder why the shit get confused. But they didn't know that they owed no loyalty to you. They treated you like a homegirl. That's why that shit never finds a balance. That's why y'all never find a balance in y'all's friendships. It shit just always it's still hard. Nothing but adversity with everything. There's no balance in it because y'all don't ever realize who y'all talking to. Never. Okay, we got Janice next. Had a card flip out. You got failure in the reverse. Understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. You still learning. Like, I don't understand what y'all don't understand. Y'all keep looking at life like you're failing shit, and that don't make no sense to me. If you went to a restaurant and you... Somebody is worried about your friendships too. If you went to a restaurant, you ordered something and you didn't like it. One, you would either send it back or you would say it's decent enough to eat, but I probably wouldn't order that no more. That's just an experience. That's all these are. They're not failures. They're experiences. So I understand that a mistake is just another opportunity to learn. It's just an experience. You haven't failed at anything. Especially not if it's something that you can actually give another chance. It's not failed. Still trying. You think scientists get that shit right on the first try? They don't. They keep tweaking that shit 100 million times until they be like, you know what? This is it. And you're lying to yourself if you think that that's not true. They tweak it 1,000,000 times before they send it out there. Nobody is just like, oh, I got this first batch and boom, send it out. There's no, you don't do that. So the more that you're overthinking and saying that you're there's no freedom in that. Not mentally, not emotionally, not nothing. I don't know what's going on with your friends. What do you got going on with friends? If they're... I'm being told they're not friends. Even if you're thinking that family is friends, they not. Most family ain't even family. Because a lot of this family that y'all be swearing be family, they be doing stuff to y'all that y'all would have never thought that somebody would did and breaking a lot of this. And I know y'all just seen this card slide out. Family lose trust quicker than a friend would. Or a homegirl. Family will lose that shit quicker than a motherfucker. They do all kinds of things. They don't have your back when they supposed to. They'll blame you for their shortcomings, lack of parenting, guidance, guardianship, and make you feel guilty. Parents will make you feel... Family make you feel guilty for wanting to be loved. But she always needs something. Yeah, bitch, I need attention. It's called emotional support. The fuck? I'm 5, ho. Love me. Fuck you mean? Family will make you feel guilty for just wanting to love. That shit is like, what in the holy cannolis? Alright? I can't fool with it. I cannot fool with it. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so this seems like it's gonna be a bunch of people letting go of some things. So I don't know. Sounds like y'all was at where I'm at. Feels like everybody kind of is where I'm at. You've got good things happening. Tiara, I don't want you to think that I don't think that you have good things happening. That's nobody's name that I say. Everybody has something good happening. The problem is that we can't let go of what we know to get what we have. If that makes any sense. We got so many years of what we know, 20 years of what we knew, instead of what we have. And what you have is scary. Like if you sit, don't laugh at me because I look down and I'm looking at this humor card. Don't laugh at me. What we have right now is scary. Even if it's a small placement in business or friendships or just coming into like little connections, even if it's just getting to know a little bit more about yourself. But we won't surrender to like, when will the other shoe drop? Like, what if this happens? What if I'm a fake this? Or what if they say this? Or what if it is? Like, we still have those people's insults or those past experiences weighing on our shoulders. We still haven't figured out how to let go of those yet. Like when they say one day you'll look back at this and laugh, we haven't figured out how to laugh, and there's no freedom in that. Freedom is in the reverse. There's no freedom in that until we look back and say that is what it is and we own it. We, you know, like I said, I was still the person that was still holding on, that abusive mindset of where I was in those relationships. It just makes it hard. So Janice, you got a lot of things to say that you're not. I don't care what somebody said that you are. You should put all those things down on your list too. Everything that somebody said that you was. Every single thing. That way you know who your friends are. Put down every hurtful thing you've ever heard about yourself. So-and-so said. And then think really hard if those people are your friends or are they not your friends. And mind you, family is on that list. Some of us hang with our cousins and be, oh, it's funny. And you know, honey, when we get together, we just do our thing. But then you wonder why all your business keep coming back to the family cookouts. And it's because you have to think about who was with you when you was doing the shit. Didn't get to nobody but... But I 100% understand wanting to step outside your comfort zone. Mind you, when something... Testing your limits. Like I'm testing y'all don't know who to hold on to. It's like y'all preserving friendships, relationships, or whatever, the ones that ain't going nowhere. You know what this is? Just because y'all cousins don't mean y'all gotta hang. Just because y'all sisters don't mean y'all got to hang. Some people just ain't... Some people have a hard time figuring out how to speak the same love language, so they only hit the notes that they can. Okay? Not that you love your sister, your cousin, your brother, your whatever any less. It's just that we don't speak the same, you know, when we see each other, we never sing in the same song, so I only hum the parts that I know. I wanted this from my mom so bad. A lot of people like to call that pride. They say, she just can't let the whatever go and it's this and that. But I like to call it peace. I meet you where I can. And so for me, that makes us have peace. And for me, that comes with gratitude and abundance on my part. How y'all feel about it or how the other person may feel about me being cordial, that's their problem. But do I know that everything that I'm saying, doing to and in front of them is 100% genuine? Every single time. So it never bothers me. Janice, you got a lot to let go of. Looks like you're in a second act in life. And you might want to stop saying, well, if this didn't happen, well, you know, if this didn't happen, well, if this didn't happen. But it did fucking happen, though. It happened. It happened 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. The shit happened. It happened. You're standing right now, like 20 years later. That happened, and then fast forward 20 years later. Now what? Stop holding on to what was and trust what is, because that lack of trust of what is, if the what was is only this thing that's in your mind and you're not trusting what is, where are you going? Because you can't get back 20 years. You can't go back there. So what would make you trust anything in this life if you're living for 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? How would you know who to trust if the only people that is living in your head are either those that don't exist or a time or a space that no longer exists? That means that every time you popped into the present and was like snapped in for a moment, you're confused and don't know what's going on. So no, I don't know if I can trust you because I haven't been here with you the last 20 years that you've been alive. I've been 20 years back somewhere else. It's a real fucked up way of thinking that's how you spend your time with people. But people don't realize that's how they spend their time with people. So you need to let go of whatever your what ifs was. And if this wasn't, and if, oh my God, put those down on the list, man. Like real hard. Because the good things that are coming towards you, these little glimpses of light, you won't be able to hold on to those. See, those are happening now. Not if this would have happened when I had this. You don't fucking have it, though. It's happening right now, and you have what you have. So what can you do to hold on to it now? That's what you need to be worried about. Everybody needs to be focused on the motherfucking right now. Stop being worried about who got what. There is no envy in this, because you know why? You don't want what she wants. Nobody wants what anybody wants. Your mind works for you. The things that make you tick and boom and the things that make them shimmy and shake is not the same motherfucking things. Be focused on you. That's how the relationship with people get blurred, because you end up chasing what she goes. She got that one, I'm gonna go ahead and get it in green, but you ain't never even like that shit. A lot of y'all eat foods and go places that y'all don't fucking like. Y'all just do it because y'all think that y'all friends. What kind of fucking relationship is that, where you're suffocating and hiding back on yourself on who you are, but y'all friends? This is a relationship. I keep telling y'all, friendships, employments, all that shit, it's a relationship. All of it is. It's all a relationship. You'd be pissed off if your job was bringing in somebody behind your back and they didn't tell you. You feel like you got cheated on, right? It's a fucking relationship. So y'all need to reevaluate those. Most of y'all need to reevaluate the relationship that y'all have with yourself. The second that y'all got this self-acceptance, y'all won't be looking to blame nobody for the next thing or anything that had already happened. You know why? Because where you're at with yourself, the relationship you got with yourself right now, it don't fucking matter. You can't change it. And even if the shit was to happen again tomorrow, guess what? You couldn't change it. You have to start taking things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Everybody wants, but unless you're willing to see that, you're always going to feel like you're standing by your goddamn self. It's going to be lonely as fuck, because everybody else is either living in the right now or they're living in a different time where you wasn't there. Maybe their memories of you going back ain't the same. A lot of y'all need to make peace with wherever you thought that you were going to be by whatever age and what time and who this and whatever, because y'all feel guilty about y'all not being as whatever it is you thought you were going to be as successful. I thought I had this. I thought I have a husband. I thought I had 2 kids. I thought I have a house. I thought who gives a fuck? You don't. You thought you have it. You don't let go of what you ain't got and deal with what you got and get what you want. That's where y'all at. That's what this is. Otherwise, all y'all doing is waking up every day grieving what you don't have. What kind of life is that? Y'all think y'all cry at funerals. Y'all crying every day on the inside and on the outside. I don't have a Bugatti like Quavo. Oh my God. In my head, I need to be able to afford Chanel bags and shut the fuck up. Y'all grieving everything that y'all don't have every goddamn day. With this bitch got y'all own these people's stories scrolling. Did you see that dress that she had on? Bitch, that motherfucker was $50,000. Why the fuck would you want a dress for $50,000 goddamn dollars? Where you gonna wear it to? The motherfucker look heavy and half that shit be ugly. But y'all want it because they got it and that makes it no. So y'all wake up every day grieving what you don't have instead of cherishing what the fuck y'all do. I don't get that. And it's a very unhealthy mindset, because you're constantly telling yourself what you have ain't good enough, even though you worked your ass off to have it. So y'all need to reevaluate what y'all telling yourselves. The message that you send to you. Otherwise, it's that's how y'all stay worried about what you don't got because somebody else do got it, but they did what to a foot? What? Otherwise, y'all just live a worrisome lifestyle. Worried about what money is going to come in next, or what this is going to come in next, so that way you can look like the next bitch. Or the next guy. But if that's how y'all look, I mean, hey. Sorry, you all. I'm sorry if I look crazy, too. People seem to have a lot of people coming back out of the woodworks out of nowhere on some, hey, shawty, what you been doing? How you doing? How you doing? Whether it's people, places, or situations, everybody is having those too. That's fine. A lot of you all need to take heed in the fact that these are tests and or challenges, whatever you want to call them, just to see if everybody got this little red flag challenge going, see if you're trusting your intuition and your sacral and solar plexus chakra. Do you recognize an old person with a new face when you see them? Can you recognize the red flags in a person before you decide to waste your time? Those things. Can you see those things? Have you let go and forgiven yourself enough that you have enough clarity, hence the purple, and foundation, trust in yourself, the red, to trust your goddamn self, this purple and this orange, like I said, your solar plexus and sacral chakra, to listen to your motherfucking gut when they tell you this person, this job, this opportunity, this space, this party is not where the fuck you supposed to be. Have you learned to listen to yourself that much yet? That's what this time is right now. That's what y'all keep asking. Right now, they're asking, have you done the work to really accept yourself? You waited all this time, right? Everybody swear they've been patient. But have y'all still really accepted yourselves? Like your whole self? For whatever you have and whatever you don't have, or whatever you've done or whatever you let someone do to you. Shedding a cycle don't mean you don't start at the beginning of another one. And all of them start with acceptance. It start with owning your part and acceptance. If you're ever trying to figure out how to get out of a cycle, whatever it is, I keep dating the same kind of this. List what you feel like you be doing in the relationships. Or when it comes to employment. I keep telling y'all, all this shit is a relationship. Man, I get these jobs and then nobody holds on to me as this. Well, you probably start out good for the first 3 months and then you're, damn, relationships again. I don't know. All of them are relationships, y'all. So you get the job and then you're probably good for about the first 3 months, and then you late a couple times, and then you called in, and then before you know it, you're the employee that whatever's, but then you wonder why you keep getting passed up on when it comes time for advancements. You feel like, man, this job ain't letting me go nowhere. No, you didn't let you go nowhere. It's like that in a relationship too. You probably started talking to them every day, all the time, saying this, doing that, and whatever. And then things just became kind of routine and then obsolete, and then that. Own that. If you're ever trying to shed a cycle, start at the beginning. You have to start with, you have to know what it is that you're looking for, and then accept your part in whatever it is that you feel like you didn't get out of it. Because 9 times out of 10, you didn't articulate yourself the way that you wanted to. Otherwise, they would have understood you. And or on the fact that you were wasting time with somebody who never had an intention on learning the language that you call love. Nisha, why you got the Lover's Oracle, but they also want to read for you out of that Wild and Unknown Animal Tarot. That's okay. Nisha, who you in love? What you got going on, Nish? It's my most favorite question to ask people. If you can do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Nisha, you got some decisions to make. They keep saying this blue card wants to come out.
Well, enjoy your house.
Says it is important right now to take a step back. Okay, well, they don't want me to read it, but this card was coming out. It literally flopped up in my face and went back in. But you got some decisions to make, Nish. That's what it seems like. And I think that this Lover's Oracle is you loving on you more so. Yeah, this lady is laying alone, and her solar plexus and sacral chakra looks like an orange and yellow mix, and she's laying in her passion, trying to figure out exactly who she is. When I present myself to the world, which is what I said that this reading was going to be, and if you ask my girlfriend, I literally just said the same thing to her. I'm trying to figure out who I'm. Like, she's like, why you don't go out? Why you're not doing this? Why, I'm festive, not all the time, but sometimes I can hang out with you all, and I have. And then, like, I just don't know. I feel like I don't know who I'm presenting out there in the world right now. And so I don't want to be out there, because I don't want to be out there and then be something that's a misrepresentation of myself, trying to fit in with anything when normally I just fit in with me. Right now, since I feel like I don't know exactly who or what that is, I don't have content on here for you all. I'm not doing my virtue thing. I'm not hanging out with anybody. I show up when it's important, like I will show up tonight to take shots with Quita and Marcus for their birthday. So Nisha, will be seeing you in a little while if you're working. Like those things, I show up when it's important. Darnita's birthday, I showed up. All those kinds of things, I show up when it's important. I know who and how to be there for folks, but for the most part, since I haven't figured that out, I don't know my next moves that I'm taking. But Nisha, You know what you want to do. The thing of it is if you get out of, like I said, you're stepping out and you're being this person on the internet, and you can be this person at a fashion show, and you can be this person on vacation. But be who you're saying that you are every day, all the time. My grandma always says, when you look good, you feel good. And since we are people that haven't learned that believing is seeing and seeing is still believing for you, even on the days where you feel like you feel your absolute worst, because I know you get sick quite often, those are the days that you get up and you still look your absolute best, because seeing is still believing for you. So if you see that you look good, it'll trick your inside into telling it that it feels good. So it's sending those positive endorphins towards yourself. You're sending happiness, love, and acceptance, and telling yourself, I am okay, or I can heal myself from the inside out. But you just needed to see that you're okay, to know on the inside that you're just fine. It's like a trickery of the mind thing. So weird, Nisha, because you know exactly what you want to do. It's almost like you don't trust you to do it. That doesn't make sense. And again, you got the same message that everybody else is getting about friends and stuff. Oh, Nisha, you just had a conversation with your mom, and you know what I mean. She says, it says a message for you. I am thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. She says, what is it that you want to do? I just want to help you do that. You keep telling me your dreams, and I just want you to live them.
And we will also be on that stage with you in Vegas. It'll be Inferno, and we're cooking Lucius.
Just want you to live them, but she's saying, I don't know who's calling me. But she's saying, I just want to see, I keep telling you all, your dream is going to go as far as your fear will let it take you. If you have more fear of the dream than the dream in itself, you'll be waiting for everything for a really long time. You'll be waiting on yourself for a really long time, because your dream is only going to go as far as your fear will let it take you. And fear can run on just about anything. Fear can run on confusion. Fear can run on anger. Fear can run on sadness. Fear can run on about a million things. So it'll take you far, and it'll hold you. It'll get you anywhere you try and go. You just won't get in.
You know you're shaking hands with the devil.
I believe it.
I'll be right here to pick up the pieces of your heart when he shares it.
You also, Nisha, you also got give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. That's what she says. Whatever you're wanting, I'm trying to make it come towards you. It's going to grow like no other. I don't know if you can see this tree that she is kissing, where it's completely in sync with itself, but the abundance that is growing off of it. I just want to help you do that part.
Darcy, will you stop flirting with my mama? All right. Listen, as Pride of Lions go, we are pretty blessed.
A lot of you all are worried about love, and I need you all to focus more on you than someone else. That's what I'm trying to teach everybody. Self-love, self-trust. That way, when somebody does come towards you, you're actually ready for it and not afraid. No, somebody would call me.
Okay.
Says close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. A lot of y'all keep saying, well, if I wouldn't have did, I'm probably collecting karma. Don't think like that.
Thank you, Jesus.
Will you be nice, please? If you read on, it's a $25 million settlement agreement. That is, of course, if you're not planning on contesting.
Sorry, somebody
More than you ever
keep
offered me.
was calling me.
No, I worked my ass off.
So yeah,
That's not enough.
Nisha, you got people backing you up, like
I understand that.
don't understand why you're holding back on yourself.
And that's all the reason why your destiny is set up.
That's the question. Why you're holding back on yourselves?
I also have something for my youngest.
Nisha, you got the Dear card?
That little podcast you did the other day. It moved me. In my life, whatever.
And the oyster in reverse.
Reach a level of maturity. So, we're going to give you back your extreme channel. Cool.
You got the Dear.
You're just like your mom.
What you mean by that?
Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The Deer represents the feminine aspect of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but especially potent in new parents. During their first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. No, I'm not saying that you know mama or trying to be no mama, about to be a mama. This birthing is of an idea, an opportunity, a manifestation. So like when you're really on it, when that energy is happening for you, like right now, they just ask you, what is it that you're wanting to do? If now is the time to strike while the iron is hot, like you're on a lucky streak or you're on a this and that, like now would be the time. You're birthing something new, like really feed into it.
Can you tell why I need to bring some wine and peach cobbler?
I'm sorry. Oh, it says their inner beauty radiates a sense of grace. It calms the room. A Dare personality affects others in this way. It draws them towards a quiet tenderness. The Dare card may appear when a birth or a celebration of a new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. That's with yourself. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, and nurturing. When out of balance, overly concerned and overprotective. To bring into balance nature and children. And I don't know if you all noticed, I know it rained today a little bit or what have you, but this weather is really holding out for you all. So still trying to give everybody some time to really kind of get outside. Like I said, Nisha, you know what you want to do. For some reason, you ain't putting yourself out there because you got the oyster in the reverse. Patient secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. You're not hiding nothing, and you are very comfortable with yourself. Like I said, you're this person on the internet. You can doll up for the model shows and the this is and that's, but when you forget that you're that person with that makeup and stuff on all the time, you're that person anyway. We see that person with or without hair, makeup, whatever, because we know you. We love just you, just the way you are. You show up like this for all of us. This nurturing, compassionate, feminine, loving, overall just you. That's how we see you. So it's not that way that we see you with the shows and the what do you call those? Photo shoots and all that. Not just those. We see you like that without it. We just want you to see you like that without it. That's what your mom is asking. So if seeing is believing to you on your worst days, look your absolute best. Trick the inside. That way you feel good from the inside out. It says the focus and determination of an oyster is unmatched. Anything the oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is the oyster types take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires or their life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What have you been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. Like I said, Nisha, when somebody asks you what do you want to do, you have a vision for yourself. A couple of them, actually. It's like, this business is going to get me, and by the time I get this, then this, I should be making enough money here to go ahead and open this little thing, and then by the time I do that, honey, I'll make it. Like, you have a whole thing up here. It's literally letting go and letting it be seen. It's seeing yourself as that person all the time. Not just at work, not just when you got to be on and put the smile for the tips and the this and the that, and I'm, girl, I had to be at work. When you get home and you're like, nope. It's being honest with yourself. If you're going to be that nurturing, loving, compassionate person, you got to be that with you.
Leviticus Las Vegas is not like any other club. You and Nessa.
Got to be that with you first.
To know each other. Lucius. Let him go up to Vegas instead of Inferno, and then we take it from him.
I thought they wanted me to read The Nightingale, but they said no. But I just wanted you to know that that simple brown bird sings really, really high. It's very noticeable. The Nightingale is. Kenyatta. Kenyatta got the crystal reading cards. You got Tanzanite as the first card out. It's clarity. You got, I don't know, Dioptase. It says heart healing. And you got Lapis Lazuli, past life. So something about traveling has helped you. I don't know. It's like being all these places is bringing together your past lives. It's bringing together all your lives at once is what it looks like. So you're finding a healing from the past to right now. It's really weird. So it's like all the lives you've lived is coming out in your work, is coming out in whatever. So it's all this traveling and all these experiences. It's just bringing more clarity, more truth. The only thing that I don't want you to forget is to shed the old mindset. When the past lives are coming up and these things keep happening, because everybody keeps getting knocks from the past. You're supposed to make sure you're past it, right? When you get knocks from the past, doesn't mean that you're there. You keep thinking, well, man, what did I do wrong? Man, that must mean that I'm not. No, not doesn't mean that you're not over it. I need you to see that you are over it. It's just to make sure that you know that you are. That's all. But I like whatever this movement around. I like whatever it is it's bringing towards you. I like the you that it's bringing towards you, if that makes any sense. I think that's really pretty. Yeah, I like the you that is bringing towards you, Kenyatta. That is very pretty. Kai is the next person. I probably look crazy on this thing, but this light is shining really bright in my eyes, and then every time I go to read something, there's a flash of light. There's a flash of light. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, I got you down, Brittany.
You are so much better than the company you keep. And yes, we have connections. Yeah, I know. Connections born from generations of serving our community. A community which you have chosen to represent very differently. All right. Look, I see where all this is going. All right, so y'all got a little power and you know how to play a little hit back.
Kai, you got the Master card in the upright. You got ordinary or ordinariness in the reverse, maturity in the reverse, and flowering in the upright.
I had no idea what happened to your child.
Y'all keep forgetting that y'all are divine, just being you all. There's nothing ordinary about being you, Kai. There's nobody else like you. So you're the master of being you. Nobody else could be you more than you. So there's nothing ordinary about that. So when you keep thinking that you're just like everybody out here, you're not. There's only one you. They can have your name and the whole nine. It's still just one you. So there's nothing ordinary about being you, right? But if you never understand that, this maturity card in the reverse, nothing ever comes from it either.
So I talked to my supervisor.
Because essentially what you're doing is asking somebody to pull something out of you that you can't. And that's not fair.
What do you mean I'm sure?
That's asking for a loan that you have no intention on repaying. And you're asking for, you're like Cliff Huxtable. You're in the skillions of dollars. I'm going to need about 3 skillion from you. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask of somebody. Okay, somebody can't make you see what you don't see. If seeing is believing for you, stop fighting yourself and let go of what you are trying to get through. Stop fighting yourself. If you're going to rebel out, don't rebel against yourself, especially if you're trying to break out of this mindset, moving towards something different, so that something can actually come from it. But if you're rebelling, just know that it's against you. You're rebelling against you, not the world, not your parents, not nobody else. That is you. You are doing that to you. You put yourself in that situation. You're not putting yourself in well, I gotta be this person. Nobody's asking you to compromise. That's just you asking you to compromise yourself.
Seeing how tight they are just reminds me of how weak.
Nobody is helping. The participation card is in reverse. So you need to know that. Consciousness. You need to be fully aware that nobody is participating in what you feel right now. There's not another you. I will check my inbox in just a little bit. Yeah. Kai, everything will seem halfway done until you hold true to you.
I don't know. You gotta be a divorce. Well, you can't get away with this. You know, like,
Time to go.
Apparently, we underestimated how powerful this family is. So what do we do? Well, just think about Bella being alone.
It's funny.
Foster home. Where's my daughter, Mom?
We got
Where's she at?
Tracy, or Trey. I'm sorry, I said Tracy. Trey.
Bad news is that we're gonna have to distance most of the line family from the job.
Okay, now why is that?
Because on paper, all you are unfit.
I knew it.
Situation.
Okay. Okay.
Your family is sick. And Nika, you two are still married, but if we can expedite the divorce and show the good faith that you're making an assertive effort to distance yourself from your family, that would benefit us. First, you make it happen. Okay, come on.
Somebody is asking you, Trey, to surrender to frustration and what is.
So I need everybody to keep their lives on track.
Okay.
So she's coming back to a strong family.
So instead of frustration, this time you got resentment. Surrender to resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. I don't fully agree with that card, because trying to forgive others for their shortcomings, sometimes people don't understand you because you don't say exactly what it is that you want. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change the situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Problem is, Trey, you got this card in the reverse, and the problem is that you flow with a little too much. It's almost like oh, well, it is what it is, and I ain't even gonna be worried about it. Like, that's how you, girl, I don't let nothing stress me out. No, you hold everything in on the inside. You're flowing, yeah, but you're flowing on to somebody else's current. It's not yours. The flow that you have is to somebody else's current. You just kind of do what people ask you to do, or kind of what they tell you to do, and then if you say you don't want to do anything, then that's cool. But for the most part, you're not. And when you're not doing anything, it's because nobody else is either. Yeah, somebody is asking you to start doing some shit that you want to do. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time. Now it's not the time to be still and not act. Breathe and focus on your own power, and then let things come towards you. Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Surrender to your path, to your soul's path. I'm sorry. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. Yeah, somebody's asking you to find your own current, your own flow. You've been flowing to the flow of a lot of folks for a minute. Stop doing what makes sense and start doing what feels right. That's what you're being asked of, Trey. Stop doing what makes sense. Well, that would make sense. That would be that would probably be the most best, safest thing to do. Stop doing what makes sense and start doing what feels right. You got I don't know where this just came into part. You want a person who comes into your life by accident but stays on purpose. I keep telling you all, y'all looking for people. Y'all should be looking for y'all. If you don't make sense to you yet, how the fuck you gonna explain you to somebody else or expect somebody else to read between the lines to get you if you wouldn't read between your own? If you didn't read between your own, decipher this Da Vinci code that you done got all made up for yourself. Somebody else is supposed to come in with a code and just supposed to know everything, and you're just gonna magically change and be this person that lets all their guards down and everything is gonna be cool. No. Most of y'all is too scared to do the work to even see what about you is really bothering you. It says love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Never give up on something that you really want. Most of y'all want this wonderful life or whatever you consider, whatever your path is. But half of y'all's too scared to even get directions. Don't even make sense. Like, ain't nobody even taking the trip. Y'all scared to even ask for directions to even plan a trip. Like, I don't get it. Shell is next. There's no MC on the show. It's just not this. Send me the steps. No, trust me. I'm doing my session. Shell, you got the Moonology deck? Shell, Brittany, you're after Shell. Shell, you got work through your fears, new moon, and Scorpio. That's what I told everybody. It's physically we've stepped out of these situations, and I think for a lot of us with a lot of little things that have been happening here lately, we didn't realize that mentally we were still standing in some of those same scary spots. We dealt with some of the fears, we just hadn't dealt with all of them. Yeah, because you also got You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo, because you right about now with all these little whatever things that keep coming up, we keep forgetting that we made it this far. We've survived whatever. We've let go of whatever. You're standing strong in some sort of way. So telling yourself that you wouldn't be good enough now would make you sound like a crazy person, because being good enough is what got you here. Being more than good enough is what got you here. But if we're starting at the basic necessities, you're good enough. Good enough to be where you are. Good enough to dream of something bigger. But I told you, your dream will only take you your dream will take you as far as your fear will let it go. You gotta be on the healthy side of fear. Because if you got a car full of fear, ain't no room for the dream. Can't get nowhere. The fear is gonna go, but the dream is left behind. Ain't got no space for it. So at what point of this scary ass ride do you decide to pick up your dream? Is it gonna meet you in the next space? It's a road trip. How's this go? How does it work? How does it work? You got 2 more cards that's supposed to come out of here. I don't know why they won't. Well, there goes one. Bring love into the situation. New moon and Aquarius. And your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon and Taurus. So it's like you need to be able to see things for right up front, right? And then from a bird's eye view all at the same time. That's why you have in the air and on the ground. So it's not enough to just see the love. You have to bring it to, like, we're not just running on a dream. Cool. The dream still needs a plan. Like, when you get the shit, what's going to happen? So right now would be the time to start putting together what the plan would be. Very detailed plan, might I add. Get as detailed as you can. Get everything that you feel like you deserve. But note that if you're expecting fear to take you there, please leave room for your dream. Please leave room for your dream. If fear is what's going to get you there, please leave room for the dream in the car. Otherwise, they can't ride. Your dream can't go. And you and your fears is headed, I don't know, on a 12-hour trip. On a 12-year trip. Some of y'all hold back on yourself for years. Don't be that person, Shell.
You should keep that lip. It's kind of slick. Thanks for showing up, baby. I got you. Dad, come on, man. It's still better seeing up.
Brittany. Brittany, you got the Soul's Journey card?
Right here.
You got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Brittany, seeing both sides and then being dumb is two totally different things. Somebody is saying it makes you feel like you lost something, like whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it was an opportunity or whatever. So it's one thing to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, but if you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, you keep feeling like you're mourning or losing something, hence this grief card, you're not winning. Your empathy is working in reverse and kicking you in the ass in the end. You got the trust card. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Hence is why you keep giving these people the benefit of the doubt, which is cool because you see them and you want to see the great in everybody, hence this purple. But your gut, see this solar plexus chakra down here, your gut says, bitch, no. As much purple is in this card, what you stand on and who you are still stands at the core right here in the middle. And girl, you got to listen to that shit. Don't be crazy out here. Don't be crazy out here. Don't get so caught up in what someone will say that you lose who you are. Hence your self-esteem and stuff. People, oh, you change. She acting like she's... No, bitch, I got boundaries. I love me enough to tell you, fuck no. I can't do it, I won't do it, and I don't want to. I love me enough to tell you that. Start telling people that. I love me enough to tell your ass no, and I don't regret it. No regrets. Judge me if you want to, bitch. I don't regret it. I'm no shame in my game. I love me enough to tell you what Sophia told Odu. Hell no. That's what she told Miss Millie. Sophia told Miss Millie, hell no. She meant that shit. Sam is after Brittany. Sam got the crystal reading cards. Okay, that was interesting. I don't know why or how I just pulled those cards out of the box like that. That was a mess. Sam, you got selenite. It's spiritual awakening. You got it in the, well, you got it sideways. They're saying that you're fighting one. It's like you keep seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing things, but you're fighting what you know. It's an awakening. You're not hearing things. Your ears aren't just ringing. Your this isn't just that. Your sleep isn't just off. It's an awakening, and you know that. The second that you say that and you know that you are in one, the shit will change. It will hurt a little less. Your head will hurt a little less. Your body will hurt a little less. You'll sleep a little bit more. You'll get a little more clarity than what you have than right now. Hey, sweetie. I don't know. I know that you're going through a spiritual awakening. I'll hope you let that happen for you. Nothing but good is about to come from that, and I'm excited. Hey, Milla. You got the wolf. Sam, note that when you are in the midst of this awakening, that everybody is not. Okay? You got the wolf card. That's like holding down the fort and the tribe. You got friends that you really love and care about, and you're going to want them to come on this journey with you. They will jump on their journey, on their path. They do not have to follow yours. Okay? Note that. Yeah, that's the quickest way to lose a friend, telling them, oh, well, you're doing this wrong. Nope, they're doing what works for them. You don't know what they're letting go of or joining on to. But I need you to jump on this path because, yeah. I'm going to need you to jump on yours. Don't worry about who's following suit. Just jump on yours. You got this beautiful awakening happening for you. And I really want to see what you're doing with it.
See, they don't happen on your schedule.
Yeah, that's what I want to see from you, Sam. You got an awakening happening. Don't worry about who's coming with you. Just note that it is bringing you this. Because right now you don't have a lot of it. It's Morganite and it says relationship healing. It's going to give you some clarity, and it's going to bring some new people into your life. The kind that you're looking for. And all people do not disappear, Sam. Whether they physically or whichever physical way they leave. Whichever way you see us physically leaving. Both ways of physically leaving. Hewing got the wisdom of the Oracle deck. You're overthinking something like crazy. You keep thinking that something's not going to come together and you're going to be standing alone. Stop thinking that. You easily could have got these cards in the upright because I said you're overthinking and thinking that you're going to be standing alone. Somebody's choosing to give you these cards in the reverse. It's like you got a team of people saying that they're going to show up. People are interested. So whatever it is that you're overthinking and thinking that you're about to be sitting out by yourself, you're not. Get that out of your head. You're not alone. You got a team. You got a team. Whatever it is that you're thinking that you're trying to pull off that is not coming together, it is. Stop overthinking it. Remember the power of word and thought. So if you keep saying it ain't gonna happen, then you will literally talk yourself out of it happening. Otherwise, it's a freaking gift that's on its way in. You can't say you want something and then say it's not gonna happen. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. So either you want it or you don't.
Look, we all know people come to Vegas in search of something special. Well, I want to give it to them.
Yeah. Physically, you keep thinking that when you feel down, then you are down. But Sam, you're not. It's a spiritual awakening, and it does suck, and it does throw your sleep patterns, and it does make your body ache, and parts of your head will hurt, and then where parts of your body will vibrate or something else. It's just an awakening. Just relax and let it happen.
Yes.
There's beauty to come from that.
Yes. You see the chitter chat on Twitterverse? They can't keep coochies out of their mouths. They want to know our love, so they want to know how to
Tia.
that
Sorry, I told you I got this light shining in my eye and it's making me not be able to see much.
Lucius is a businessman and an artist. He's gonna love it. Making money is Vegas.
You got me Lucius. I mean, Lucius is a liar.
Jamila.
I won't work with him.
Tia. Jamila.
While family use my family struggles to trick in the system and taking my baby. You know, at first I was mad at my mom and pops because I actually believed it. We want his Bella back.
I don't know why you feel like you're standing on the outside of what? You feel like you're standing on the outside and something is coming together without you. I don't know if this is fears of like moving on and moving forward. Like the family is going to be a family without you. And like everybody's thinking that you're so grown and you're so tough. You got the courage card in the reverse. Thinking that you're so grown and you're so tough and you're so ready to, you know, kick the bucket. Oh, I got to be out of here, honey. I cannot wait to get up out of here. But really, you are wondering what things are going to look like without you being here. Mila, you are standing here. Do you hear me? If nothing else ever happens for you in life, you're standing right here, right now. For everything, you're still legit, literally standing where most people would have cradled out or found a way to get out, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. You did it. That's more courage than anybody that I've ever known.
The Dubois family is ready to put
People will still live their life without you being here, yeah. They will. But you have to know that the foundation that you created here, we love you just as much to come and see you wherever you go. Or we're going to be excited to see you whenever you come home. This is still home. For us, you still live right here.
Oh, the Lion family.
What do you keep thinking is going to, like, oh, they're going to be happy that you're gone? Everything is going to go back to being normal for the house that you're in? It's like they're going to go back to being normal? Do you think that you not being in the house is going to feel normal for anybody?
I can't say that I feel an ounce of sympathy.
Okay, but we can agree that we cannot.
They're going to have to create a new normal without you being there.
Right?
Don't talk yourself out of something that you truly want, Mila. Don't do that. Don't get scared on what you want and then you'll regret it. You'll be miserable for the rest of your time if you quit your success before it even gets a chance to bloom and these niggas throw a fucking parade for you, bro. Don't do that to yourself. Don't mentally tell yourself that somebody is not something you are. You 100% are. I know things is getting close and everything is changing. They supposed to be. These are the changes that you asked for. Embrace them. Hey, Rio.
The airport can be a real challenge for new homeowners who have become their parents. Hey, everybody, let's do a ticket check. Paper tickets. We're off to a horrible start, but we can overcome it. We're not going to point out our houses, landmarks, or major highways during takeoff.
Tia, somebody keeps saying you're not listening. You keep talking to me in your dreams. Guidance. You keep talking to me in your dreams. Talk to me half the day. We meet up in the dreams and we have our conversations. But you ain't listening to me. You ain't doing shit we talked about. Like, the guidance card is in the reverse. You ask me for some advice that you not fucking taking. Or you ask me to play these things out with you, but you don't make action or move on them. I don't understand why we keep having the same conversations when you don't change a damn thing. Like, physically. Mentally, you'll go over this shit in your head 1,000,000 times. But you never take the adventure. You never get out to see what the fuck it is. You just stay between your rock and a hard place. I'm confused. What you doing? No problem, Miller. What are you doing? You're aware. She don't need to tell you who you be talking to for you to know. You know exactly who you be talking to. You know our dreams. You remember your dreams very well. They're very intertwined. You're not one of those people who don't remember your dreams. You're very in tune with yourself and your sleep and the whole nine. Why are you not listening to what we're talking about? You're not following through or making good on anything that we said that we wanted or the things that we said we were going after. That makes no sense to me, that we have these elaborate, crazy, beautiful conversations and then you wake up and you're silent in life. Some of y'all need to start living y'all's dreams. Otherwise, you always feel like you're standing on the outside. When guess what? Everybody's just trying to get to where you at. There's no reason to be feeling like you're on the outside when you are the party. Most of y'all do that by clinging on to the past. Don't do that. Tia, that's where you're at right now, and you're a past clinger. Let's not do that. Because you can't get back there. And even if you could with what you know now, guess what you wouldn't do? Say shit. You would still be quiet. So go back 5 years, 10 years, 2 months, 6 days, whatever. For what? The way that you reacted then would be the way that you react now. It's still going to make you feel the same way. And if you ain't spoke up on it now and it's been 5 years, if you ain't made peace with it then and it's been 10 years, you're still going to be quiet. So why live and hold on to the past when you're still going to be who you was in the past? You're not going to change it. No reason to stay there, live there. Lord, Tia, ain't nobody ever alone. You just be thinking that. It's beyond your illusion how many people are standing right next to you right now. It's beautiful.
You say you're looking out for us. You always end up protecting Lucius. No matter what it costs the rest of us, we had to deal without him.
Rio, you got the Lovers Oracle cards. Okay, this card flew out. Rio's looking for a different type of freedom. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the new possibilities. A new path is now, there's a net in here. A new path is now available to you. Follow the faith. But if you lose faith in yourself, then you lose the path. Don't forget that. You got deep down in your heart, you already know the answer, so just do what feels right. Got a lot of transformation coming up on you. This lady is surrounded in teal, which is blue and green, which be your throat and your heart chakra, with all these pink butterflies. Pink, I just learned, is the color of compassion and femininity, and it's also the color of what do you call it, lack of confidence, so like fear or scarcity or something of the such. But the butterflies is transformation. So even if you're afraid to change, just keep going with it. Just keep loving yourself enough. All of these butterflies don't mean that you're, all that pink in there doesn't mean that you're afraid. Some of it means that you're being compassionate towards yourself. So whatever it is that you're not running from, whatever it is that you're shedding skin and breaking free from, hence these wings on the back of here, just note that you're doing it in a very loving form. It's not happening too slow. It's happening when you say that you're ready for it. If somebody just came swooping in, you wouldn't know what to do. You feel on guard. So to kind of gradually come into yourself while allowing somebody to come toward you, that's a beautiful thing. Don't have to work quick. Just has to work. There's no time to this, y'all. Just wanted you all to know that. I done missed about 5 or 6 phone calls, so I'm going to do that. Tia, from your person that you're speaking in your dreams with, it says a message for you. I am thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. You're never alone. Nobody is alone. Anyways, it is always okay to love more than one person as long as one of them is you. And other than that, I know I keep saying I'm going to try to figure out how to make these things more regular. I really am trying to figure it out, you all, but I got to move, come in, and all this kind of stuff, so I'm just trying to fit everybody into my schedule, myself included. So I will try to see you when I can. I will be at Virtue in a little bit. If anybody wants to see me and have a drink with Quita and Marcus, we are doing that. By we, I mean me and my girlfriend. So if y'all want to meet us, don't meet us there, beat us there, because Nisha is already there, so go and tip her. Other than that, I love you all. Thank you for watching.